All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's talk about this, right? Let's talk about the one thing that every woman needs to accept before she dies. Yeah, that's right, before you die. Because a lot of the mistakes that people make come from a place of delusion, come from a place of thinking that the world they live in will always stay the same, from a place of permanence, the most egoic way of thinking, thinking that things will always remain the same. You always have your friends, you always have your health. The world you live in will always remain the same. Your mom will always be there for you. You'll stay young, you'll stay good looking, right? And these delusions causes a grandiosity wherein you underestimate your enemy and you overestimate your ability. You underestimate how much time you have and you overestimate how much you could really do, right? Or underestimate how much you could really do. Most of these mistakes come from a place of not accepting your mortality, come from a place of thinking that you have unlimited time. You see, you, the reason why most people lack empathy, the reason why most people can't connect with others is because they haven't connected with reality. And what's the ultimate reality? Death itself. They haven't connected with their own reality of death, their inevitable destination. Because once you begin to confront your own death, your own mortality, things begin to, on their own, they begin to align themselves with proper proportion. Things that matter begin to really matter. Things that don't matter begin to matter less. Your priorities become aligned. Suddenly, you begin to prioritize your long-term goals above your short-term goals because you see the power that is in you see the power of that's in thinking long-term. You see what I'm saying? So so you see a lot of these girls walking around thinking they'll always be young, not investing in their future, taking what they get right now without using what they're getting to invest. It's like for example, it's kind of like the common stripper, right? The stripper who's earning money for her tuition. You have most strippers who go and strip and get the money and with the mentality of trying to invest, but then they end up spending money on drugs and all that shit. But then you have the smart stripper, the stripper who knows what she's doing, but is more focused on her long-term goal. You see, in the book, the book of Five Rings, it talks about a samurai should have two kinds of weapons on himself. He should have his long sword and he should have his short sword. His primary sword should always be the long sword, and your short sword should always be your last resort. The long sword keeps the enemy at bay. The short sword attacks the enemy that gets through your defenses. Your long sword is your long term goal, your goal of maintaining your health, your goal of maintaining your flexibility, your goal of maintaining your mental clarity. Your short term goal is trying to get that guy out next week. It's trying to lose 5 pounds. It's trying to get him to be your boyfriend or whatever. But you never sacrifice your long term goal, your self esteem, your mental clarity for your short-term goal. Trying to get that dude who's acting flaky, trying to get that dude who's giving you stress. You sacrifice your short-term goal, satisfaction. I need him to validate me for my long-term goal. Your long sword, having clarity of vision when you're older. People, you need, people say Marilyn Monroe video was amazing. Yeah, I gotta admit, out of all the videos I've made, that was the one video that I don't want to say put more effort, but that was the one video that for some reason I had the energy to do it. I could do more of that, but I personally, it doesn't. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that fucking organized to be able to do that shit. That shit that I did was too much for me. Anyways, so what I want you to do is contemplate on death, meditate your inevitable demise. Always keep death at bay. Don't push death away, man. Always be thinking, how are you going to die? You might die tomorrow. How are you going to die? How would that feel like? How would your just visualize the experience in the most visceral sense? Because when you do that, you are showing your body what will happen, and your body will react to it. Your body will react by giving you energy. Your body will react by giving you the instincts to by giving you the proper desires. When I say proper desires, is that the body will literally align itself to do what it's supposed to do. Maybe because the thing is, there's something about the threat of death that forces the body to just wake up. It's almost like when you find out that your dad is coming and you know your dad is strict, so you just like tidy up and you, oh shit, dad is here, right? The same thing with your body, with death. When death is near, your body becomes more, you just feel your body becomes more alive. You notice colors more. You sense things you didn't sense before. You see emotions in people's face you didn't see before. You could just sense the world around you with more intensity, and your memory increases in that moment, right? When death is in front of you, you feel most alive, which is kind of ironic. Isn't that funny, right? Right when you're about to die is when you feel most alive. You might say, dude, you're talking out your ass. Okay, whatever. I may be talking out my ass, to be quite honest with you, right? But I visualize these kind of things, and I talk to people who almost died, right? These are the things they tell me, and through my own visualizations, this is the things I see. I could be wrong, right? It could be the complete opposite. But you ladies, man, meditate on that. And you know what's a funny thing is that women are benefit this from than men. Because women, you see, there's something about deadlines that the body reacts to deadlines. Men don't have a lot of deadlines. You see, women have deadlines, and because of those deadlines, it forces women to be more prone to think of death, because they're always looking at deadlines, internal deadlines. For women, that deadline is having a kid. That deadline is pretty much is having a kid, and then that becomes almost like a transition that most guys don't have, right? But that transition forces you to think of the future. You see, you gotta think. It forces you to think of the future. Most guys, they don't have those kind of goals to have a kid. I'm not saying most guys don't think long term, but because they don't have that extra incentive, it sort of causes men to not be as how can I say this? Because I know women are more comfortable with reality. Women are more comfortable with squeamish things, right? Women are more comfortable with bodily things. We're more, like with taking care of older people, right? Because women's bodies are more complicated than guys are. You see what I'm saying? So they're more comfortable with squeamish stuff like that. So women are also more in my opinion, I like to think that women are just more comfortable with the idea of death, because I don't know, that's just my opinion. But anyways, ladies, you guys got to really meditate on that. You guys are gonna notice that when you meditate on that and really put your mind to it. I know you guys are not gonna do it. Honestly, God, I know you guys are not gonna do it. You guys are really not gonna do it. But if you do that, it will accelerate your maturity. You're just gonna become more mature. It's just maturity just accelerates when when facing death. You will become more mature. It's just how it is. Just think about that movie. The movie, what's that movie called? The fucking movie of the past. The dude who saw his death, and because he saw his death, he was able to change. You know, look, man, you got to be one cold-hearted motherfucker to go through a near-death experience and come out of that the same. I mean, you just have to have some heart of steel to not change, right? So sometimes you can't. You see, the problem is that we can't replicate that, but we could approximate it, and that's how you do it, through meditating on it, literally meditating on that. All right. And I'm gonna be coming out with a meditation on death. I'm not gonna tell you guys it's a meditation on death, because I'm actually gonna name the meditation a surprise meditation. So as you meditate, you think this is gonna be a normal meditation, then you notice I start telling you, now visualize how would your last day alive be? Visualize your last day alive. Notice how that is. See your family around you. See your family being there, comforting you as you transition into death. And sense how you're letting everything go. Notice how it feels to be on the outside, letting go of the world that you want, that you thought will always be there for you, and sense yourself slipping away, right? And these kind of experiences are things that the brain needs to see. There, because the benefit of hindsight is that you get wise, but that sometimes hindsight doesn't mean that you could fix your mistakes. You see what I'm saying? But you know what? In this case, we could, because we're not making these mistakes. We're just visualizing it. All right. Anyways, people. So yeah, I'm gonna be coming out with that in a few days. So watch out for that. If you guys want individual coaching, go to mindfulattraction.org. So yeah, ladies, the reason why, again, why I'm emphasizing that is because a lot of people's mistakes comes from not thinking long term. Meditating on death automatically forces you to think long term. All right. You guys got to do this. I'm sorry. All right, people, be safe. Take care. I may do a live stream in a few minutes. So be prepared for that. Bye bye. And thank you for the donations. We have a few super chats. Sorry about that. Thank you, Maria. Said I gained weight. Should I stay? Should I stay? He's fat. I mean, maybe he's right. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a dick, but maybe he's right. Not the best way to say it, but the best way to do it is to get in shape and break up with him. He's like, thank you. Now somebody else is gonna enjoy what was almost yours. Thank you, Raquel, for the $9 donation. Much appreciated. Thank you, Ed Marie, for the $24 donation. Hey, Alex, did you have lunch? If yes, what did you have? If no, what are you having? Well, Ed Marie, I'm gonna have tacos. I'm getting tacos. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go make some some food, and then I'm gonna go to Sunset Park and get tacos there. All right. So that's what I'm gonna do. Give me 1 second, people. I gotta put something in the oven. Can't wait though. Can't wait for the tacos, taquitos. Who said tacos are nasty? Yo, get out of here, Trap Lord, bro. You can't be saying that stuff. Tacos are not nasty. Tacos are amazing. Tacos are the shit. I love tacos. Whoever has never tasted tacos, man, you got issues, man. You need help. You need Jesus in your life. That's what you need. If you never had tacos in your life, you need Jesus in your life. So yeah, people, we're gonna start it. We're gonna do the live stream in a few minutes. So be prepared, people, because we're gonna be doing the live stream. So you guys are gonna be able to call. Okay. So I'm just prepping up right now. I'm from UK. Do we do them? I went to UK. I had tacos from the UK. Those some shitty tacos, man. Don't even try to make tacos in the UK. Don't even try. It's some shitty tacos I had. You see, I like fish tacos, but fish tacos are silly, Fish tacos are, it's kind of like, dude, it's too fancy, fish taco. Come on, man. All right, people. So yeah, man, be ready in a few minutes. We're gonna be doing the live stream in a few minutes, okay? And you guys are gonna be able to call in and all that sort of stuff. So it's gonna be fun. Mind of attraction live stream number 7. Creating jealousy. All right, people. So see you guys in a few minutes. Take care, okay?